My name is Claire Thompson. I am the Strategic Lead for Insights at North East Lincolnshire Council. My role changed a year into the programme. I moved from a Insights and Marketing role in the Council's Communications team. My current role, I lead a big team in the Council, in the centre of the Council, who are responsible for research and engagement, community development wherever we can. We also support service design projects, and I also manage all of our data teams as well. I've been working for a long time in marketing, absolutely passionate about using marketing for social good, and came across lots of work where I was using social marketing, and that led me down a route of learning about the difference that sort of thinking about behaviour can make to the sort of campaigns that you develop, and found about behaviour change at that point. Did quite a bit of learning on my own, and had worked with organisations like the National Behavioural Insights team, done some social marketing training as well with the National Social Marketing Centre, and then thought, actually, I want to do this properly and I want a qualification in it. And I found the one at Derby which fitted in with my life because it was a 3-year masters. I couldn't do it full time. My team get involved in all sorts of things, from work with communities to somebody might come to us with a problem where the recycling rates are too low, or we want to try and encourage smoking cessation. So as the team that's in the central function and they're taking on more of a behaviour change role, I'm actually sort of encouraging the change within the organisation, as well as using it for some of those pieces of work where people come to us with the problem that they're trying to solve. And we also have used it in terms of how we change the organisation to think differently about how we work with communities as well. So the one that springs to mind for me is when we've actually thought about the environment and behaviour. I chose the environment and conservation pathway because I'm passionate about that area. But when we talked about tree planting as an organisation, we've planted a lot of trees in the council over the last probably 10, 15 years. And every time we plant trees, they get broken, they get ripped out. There's a lot of antisocial behaviour around new trees being planted. What we did was we thought about what was going on in those communities and engaged children in the wards where we were planting those communities. And we've planted over the last 2 or 3 years, alongside community organisations, we've planted probably 450 trees. And because we brought in community groups, schools, particularly primary schools, we've had 10 damaged over the last 2 years. So it's changed because the kids have actually been involved in that planting, they're understanding trees, and where the damage has happened, we've actually had my team go in and actually talk to the children in those schools, in those areas. So we're using some of that environmental learning and the approaches to behaviour change to actually get in to talk to children. So hopefully it won't happen again in the future. I didn't do great in my first degree. I did great in my HND, but this time I've come out with a merit which is more than I expected to get, because of the amount of time that the new job has taken me and the team I've got and the pressure that there is at work to actually get that. And actually the subject I chose for my final study was something that I was passionate about, and it allowed me to go in and actually speak to young people, talk to them about their experiences in childhood of the environment and the impact that has made on their current sort of environmental behaviour. And it sort of proves some points which we talked about. Derby are doing some amazing stuff in terms of nature connection, but what it did was sort of prove some of that in terms of young people's behaviour and what they're actually doing for the environment based on what they've done in their childhood. So I think for me, yes, passing, but actually stuff that I can use in the future when we're actually talking to young people and getting them out in the woods and digging and doing all sorts of things that we need to be doing with kids.